Hey guys, this is Patricia with All Things Taught Silhouette and Tea Party Printables, Digital Files Mania, Silhouette Class for Beginners. Today I'll be teaching you how to create a ticket scratch off using Photoshop. Here's one that I created, and I'm going to teach you how to create this using your Photoshop, but also where you would purchase your scratch stickers from, setting it up for your customers, and all of that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead on and get started. The canvas size is a 2 by 3.5. I brought that in before so that I don't take as much time up. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get started. We're going to change the pattern, and the pattern that I'm going to use is going to be, I guess, something for a baby. And so I have a lot of patterns, so please excuse that because I do have a lot. So I'm going to find something that we can use. I had a Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and actually that's what I'm looking for, the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Okay, we're going to use this. I think this is perfect. So we're going to use this. And so now I'm going to delete that layer and create a new layer because I didn't know if something was on it or not. So now we're going to text out Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm going to change the size of it. We're going to go with the smaller. We're also going to change the color. I don't want to go too depth in it. I could have gotten a moon, but I don't want to go too far into it with the designing aspect. I just want you guys to see how it's all done. So now we're going to go with the gradient, with the color. I have it as gradient, but I'm going to take it off gradient and I'm probably put it on pattern. And so we're going to move from pattern and we're going to go to we'll go to something gray. And so it doesn't really matter which one. I just want to use something gray. And so I'm going to scale it a little, and then I'm going to place a stroke. And I'm going to go to my blending options because I'm going to do a bevel. And so I think that looks kind of cool. I'll use that. Next, we're going to put Jamie's baby shower. And of course, these can be used for baby showers, weddings, parties, reunions, all of those things. These are like a trend right now. They're really trending in the favors area. So you may want to consider placing this on your, on your to-do list. We're going to change the color and we're going to go with yellow. And I'm going to place a stroke on it. And I'm going to bevel that one as well. And then now I'm going to create a 1-inch circle. I'm going to go to the properties. And actually I have to go back because it made another. another rectangle, and we want it at 1 inch, and we want it at inches. You're going to click on inches, you're going to go back, you're going to put 1. Now, of course, we want to change the colors. We want to fill, so we can put it as gray, and we can take this black off, remove the black. Okay. So now we have it at 1 inch. We're going to place some text to the bottom. You may want to place like the date or something. So I'm just going to put August 10th, 2019. I know there are shortcuts to decreasing the size, but this is how I learned, so I don't use the shortcuts, and it's better. I teach it this way also for teaching purposes. Sometimes people get confused with using the actual shortcuts. So I try not to use the shortcuts a whole bunch, because it can be sometimes a bit confusing. And so I'm gonna change my blending, my bevel and emboss. And I made that 1 inch ellipse. Now I'm gonna make text to go inside of it. You can either do text if you want to, or you can put a baby bottle, or you can put sorry, or whatever you want to put. I'm just going to put try again, and this is the losing ticket. If it was the winning ticket, I would have probably put a baby bottle, but because it is the losing ticket, I just put try again. You want to make sure that your text fits within that circle, and I make it a little bit smaller than the actual circle, just in case the stickers have they're smaller than what they're supposed to be, so I just make it a little bit smaller, because sometimes that can occur and I just want to be able to use it again. Here is where I purchased my stickers from. I like their stickers because there are so many you can choose from. Here is a metallic. That's the metallic sticker. I hope you guys can see that. That's my metallic. This is my silver. I have a heart, and this is the place that I got it from. It's called Scratch Sticks, and it's on Amazon. It's called Scratch Sticks. I hope you guys can see this. And so I have quite a bit. I have silver, I have metallic, I have gold. Here's my gold. I have quite a few that I use. This is a silver and hearts, because I have a project for some heart ones as well. So that's where you'll purchase those from. And I'm going to show you how it looks after you scratch off and all of that good stuff as well. So now that we've finished the design, I'm just going to bring this up just a tad bit. Okay, so now that we have all of the actual design, now you want to, I'm going to merge it, but before you merge, you want to save, because if you created a design, once it's merged, which is flattened, you won't be able to use that design again. I'm not going to save it because I pretty much know what I'm doing, so I'm not going to save it, but you definitely want to save it, and you would go to File, and you would go to Save As, and then you would name whatever you're saving it as, and you want to make sure that you place it as Photoshop, because you can always come back and make changes if it's still Photoshop and it hasn't been flattened. So I'm not going to go through that process, but anyway, we're going to move on. This bottom layer, which is a white layer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of it, and then I won't flatten the last one, and I'll show you why I don't flatten it. And then we're going to go to all of the text. We're going to flatten all of the text or merge it, and so we still have this one under the bottom. We're going to go to our guides, our rulers or guides, whichever one you want to call it. And so we have our guides on, and this is very important. So now we want to set it up, because if this background was white, you want to be able to, your customers to know where they're supposed to cut, this particular item. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it up so that they know where they cut, which is called crop marks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Image. You got to make your canvas just a little bit bigger. Canvas size, I'm going to go to 0.15. And that's because this is such a small item, I'm doing 0.15. Then you're going to go to OK. And as you can see, what it did was it gave you a PNG in the background. And that's exactly what you wanted to do. Next, I'm going to take that back layer, and I'm going to increase the size, increase it so that it fits, so that it actually fits. Actually, before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead on and finish the process that I need to finish, and then I'll do it afterwards. I'll show you that afterwards. We're going to create a new layer, and then now we want to go to our Marquee tool. You want to grab single row Marquee tool. You're going to take your mouse, you're going to hold it over your lines, and you're going to click it. You're going to go into Edit. You're going to go to Stroke. And I place mine at 2 pixels. If your color isn't black, you need to change your color to black. I put mine at 2 pixels so that it's easier to see the lines. Then I'm going to press OK. I'm going to go to the bottom one. I'm going to make the same process. I'm going to go to Stroke. I'm going to press OK. Then I'm going to go back over to the Marquee tool, and I'm going to get the single column Marquee tool. Same process. I'm going to go to the edge, to the side, click on it, and it's just my mouse is kind of dragging a little bit. You're going to click Stroke, 2 pixels, the color is black. I'm going to come to this one, do the same thing, go to Stroke, come on, come on, come on. And I'm not sure why it's dragging the way that it is. And I'm going to press OK. You can't see it, but it has a whole bunch of black lines. You probably can't see it, but it has black lines. So once I do that, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click Control, and I'm going to click the semicolon. When I do that, it removes the guides. So now that it's removed the guides, you can see where your crop marks are. But we got to go a little bit further because we don't want that black on our product. So we're going to go to the Marquee tool, the Marquee rectangle tool. We're going to go just a little bit outside of the design. And you're going to pull it over it. And then because it doesn't look like it's lined properly, all I'm going to do is just go over a little bit and then go up a little bit, because you have to go beyond that. And then once you do that, you're going to click on delete. So what it did was it deleted what was around the border of your product. Then you're going to go to select and then deselect. So now you have your crop mark set up. Now I'm going to go to that bottom layer where the white was. I'm going to go to free transform, and I'm going to bring it out. Edit, undo. Actually, what I did was I flattened the wrong layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one, and I'm just going to draw one in the back. It's an easy fix, so it doesn't matter. It's an easy fix. And I had clicked the rectangle marquee, and that wasn't what I needed. I needed the actual rectangle, and I need it filled. And we're filling it with white. We're taking the stroke off, and we're going to fill it with white. For some reason, my mouse keeps delaying itself, so excuse me for that. Okay, so now it's in the back, and I'm going to press on the arrow. So now I'm going to show you how you're going to set it up for how you're supposed to set it up for your customers. This says try again, and of course I won't go through the whole process of all of this, because one's going to say try again, one may say winner. So to set it up, how I set it up is I take all of these, because this is your crop marks. You want to make sure you have your crop marks. Bring it together. I'm going to merge the layers. I'm going to go to edit, copy. I placed it on a 11 by 8.5, and the reason I placed it there is because you can get more on there if you place it on that. And so as you can see, it has the crop marks. And then all you're basically doing is setting it up. You'll try again. You can do a full page of try agains. You can do a full page of those. You can do a full page of try agains. And then if you're setting up your winner tickets, you can set it up with 4 going to the top, and then the rest going to the bottom. And so what I'm going to do is, and then the try again is going to the bottom. So you're going to set 4 winner tickets up to the top, which it won't say try again, which is here. It's going to say winner, or it's going to have a bottle, or whatever the case may be. That's what you're going to do for that. And then for 5 could have fit, but I don't want to push it, so I'm not going to put 5. I'm going to merge these. It keeps skipping. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to put it back on top. And so I'm going to make a copy of it, bring it down, pretty much line them up. And so now I'm going to print it. Now, my try again, I made a mistake, but that's okay. It can stay there. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is where the gray is, you were supposed to delete it, but it doesn't matter because your circle is 1 inch anyway. So it really doesn't matter, but I always remove it. This particular time I forgot to remove it. So now I'm going to print it. I'm going to set it up so I can print it. Okay. And so I'm going to go to print. And so it's getting ready to print. I usually use my cutter because it makes it much faster. I have a cutter, a bigger cutter, and it makes it faster. But for this purpose only, I'm just going to use my scissors. I'm going to cut it. And as you can see, it shows you where the crop marks is. So all you're doing is cutting near your crop marks. And you know that's where you're supposed to cut. And of course, it would have been so much smoother and so much faster if I had used the cutter itself. But it's on my other table. Now, as you can see, when I cut it, it shows the little crop marks. If this was a white background, I don't know if you can actually see it or not. But if it was a white background, then I would not be able to do it. I would not be able to see where it is without those crop marks. Now I'm going to take my sticker, which is here. I'm going to take my sticker, I'm going to peel it off, and then I'm going to place it over that circle and the words. Of course, I did a pretty good job of covering it, but like I stated previously, I don't usually put the circle. The circle is only there to make sure that your words or whatever you're putting inside that circle fits. So that's the reason I use that. And so all your customers can do now is you're going to know which ones are the winners and you're going to know which ones are the losers. And like I stated previously, you can actually put winners up here, losers down here, so you're not wasting paper. 4 cards of winners to the top, 4 cards of losers to the bottom, and then make a whole sheet of losers cards. But that's only when you're doing your winners cards. You only want to put 4. You don't 4 or how many winners you want, and then the rest of them you want to be able to put losers. So I'm going to scratch it off so you guys can see what it looks like. So when your customers or your family or whoever scratches it off, or whoever you're doing it for, the party, the person for the party, they get to see it says try again. So it says try again. And that's basically all you do to it. And then also, if this is for your customer, you've created the design, you've set it up, because it is flattened, they can't make changes to it. So all you're going to do is you can save it as a PDF. You can save it as a PDF, or you can save it as a JPEG. That's completely up to you. Either way, it's flattened, so they can't mess with it. And I'm just going to put little star just to kind of show you. And I'm going to put it under documents and just click save. And that's basically it. And then whatever settings you want, I don't want to preserve any editing because this is for a customer. So you're gonna go to save PDF, And that's it. And that PDF that you save, you're going to take that and send it off to your customer, and then they print whatever they want to print if it's a digital file. If it's you're printing for them, then you're going to use the technique that I used. As far as you can use cardstock or you can use brochure paper. Cardstock, my cardstock was 110. One thing that gave me a really neat idea was I got a really neat idea, and that was if you want to laminate it, you can laminate it also, and you can put your sticker on the top of the lamination, and then it's a little bit harder. I haven't tried it yet to see what it would look like or how it would look, but I think I'm going to do a video and see how that goes as well. That just depends on if you want to spend more money, make it more professional. That's entirely up to you how you want to do it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm on Facebook. I'm in my groups. I'm on anywhere, that you can possibly reach me. I don't mind helping. If you have any questions, go to my group. And please do not forget to subscribe. That is very important. That helps me come into the group and say, hey, can you do a video on this? And I definitely will try. Let me know what videos y'all want, and I'll be doing more videos as well. And I won't just be doing them in Photoshop. There'll be Silhouette and Photoshop, and I'm also planning to implement Word videos. So hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, hit the subscribe, and please like it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.